Hi everyone, it's Dr. Donna Beck, and I'm here today to talk to you about COVID-19 and how our lives have changed, and maybe some tips to manage stress in these times. This particular talk is geared toward parents with children, uh, and it affects all of us. So, I want to talk a little bit today about how times have changed and what we might be experiencing in this moment. So, roughly a month ago, we experienced um, real fear around our sense of well being, around what might happen to our children and our families. And so, our world has shifted in a great way. And sometimes this can bring on grief and difficulty with just managing day to day. During these times, I think it's very important to acknowledge our emotions and not try to deny them. If we have someone that we can talk with about what's going on, whether that's your best friend or a family member or a therapist, sometimes that's helpful. Social distancing has caused us to lose things. Again, the grief that we sometimes experience. So our routines have changed, and our children aren't going to school. They're home all day with us, and sometimes that creates stress. Probably often it creates stress. So reminding ourselves that it's important to keep a schedule, to get up at the same time every day, to keep the children on a schedule, because that promotes their sense of security, which makes them less likely to be dysregulated. Um, Also, eating healthy food at the same times every day. Children like routine, they like to know what to expect next. When I go to daycares to see children, often, one of the things I notice is that the children, even at age 2, know the routine very well. They know that they're going to wash their hands and then they're going to get a snack. Or they know that they're going to the bathroom and then they're going to wash their hands. So the routine is important. Also, it's very important in these times to take care of yourself by doing things like getting outside in nature, letting the children just run around and play. And while they're doing that, you can delight in what they notice in their environment. You can take some deep breaths. You can walk around the yard and get 20 minutes of exercise while you're out there with them. It doesn't have to be anything huge or earth shattering in terms of exercise. Just getting outside and walking will help you a great deal. And noticing the beauty of all the natural surroundings that we are fortunate to have in Avery, Mitchell, and Yancey County, or wherever you are. We've also, and our children have lost, and our children have lost those places that they go and the rituals that they have there. So they've lost things like kindergarten graduation, or maybe, the last day of being at daycare before moving up to kindergarten. And so these things for them are a change, and they're not seeing their friends every day. And so their little routines have been difficult. And I'm sure they're enjoying being with you. For those of you who have older children, there's the pressure of trying to get all that schoolwork done. And I've talked to some educators and read about what teachers are expecting in this time. And what I know is that your children will catch up next year when they go back to school. Maybe they'll go back this year, maybe they'll go back next year, but they will catch up. It's most important to assure your children during this time that they're safe, that you're safe, that things are going to get back to normal. This will be a time that your children will probably remember forever. So building in some times that are special, like if this is not a practice that you already do in your family, you could wake up in the morning, and while you're having breakfast, you could talk about at least 3 things that each person is grateful for. Because what we know about gratitude is that it prompts the brain to look for things to be grateful for. So the more we express gratitude, the more our brain looks for things to be grateful for. And even though our times have changed a great deal in this time, our experience has changed. we still have so many things to be grateful for. And in closing, I would like to say that if you would like to join with other parents in a virtual type experience, you can call. If you're in Avery, Mitchell, or Yancey County, you can call Teresa Emery at 828-284-8284. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again.